crisis in Ukraine has put Vladimir Putin at the center of U.S. foreign policy once again. Here's what you need to know about him. Putin was born in 1952. He went to Leningrad State University, studied law, and then joined the KGB. Then he held a number of Kremlin jobs under President Boris Yeltsin. Putin became president in 2000. Thanks in part to the country's rising economic tide, he was re-elected in 2004. 4 years later, he became prime minister under Dmitry Medvedev. Technically a less powerful job, but Putin expanded its role and remained the undisputed leader of Russia. Many observers believe he was behind a law to extend the presidential term from 4 years to 6, and with Putin being re-elected president in 2012, he could lead until he's 71. His image in the West is complicated, starting with those notable photo ops. Putin has flown bombers and driven race cars. He's helped save whales and cranes and tigers.
I love you, didn't.
He's been the butt of plenty of jokes.
Pro, he's got a big heart. Con, he ripped it out of a bear he once wrestled to death.
But there's nothing funny about his near absolute control over the state. Putin cracks down on political dissent, and he's been slammed by the West for his human rights record. In fact, battling the West almost seems to be what he does best. Last year, he granted asylum to Edward Snowden, wrote a New York Times op-ed dismissing American exceptionalism, and then brokered a deal to eliminate Syria's chemical weapons, which seemingly avoided a U.S. military strike. Now, Putin's fighting Western influence in Ukraine. The former KGB officer who once called the breakup of the Soviet Union a catastrophe seems determined to keep an iron grip on his neighbor.